I'm selling my Velomobile, and this video is to show you its features.
So there we go. What it comes with is well, pretty much the Mango as you see it, the neck rest, the windscreen which just clips on with magnets, the foam cover so you can stay dry when it rains, or seal the bike up if you have to nip into the shops briefly. It's also got the Mango touring roof, which is like a foam cover that goes on over the top of your head with a windscreen in front of you. So how fast is a Mango Tour? Touring sounds a bit slow and relaxed, doesn't it? The answer is this is without a doubt the fastest bike I've ever had. Fully laden with a weekend's worth of camping stuff, food and beer, I can still do 50 or 100 miles faster than I can on a carbon fibre road bike. On the flat, it'll cruise very comfortably at about 25 miles an hour. If you push it, you can be doing more than 30 miles an hour for several miles before you start to feel properly winded. Uphill, yeah, Velomobiles do struggle a bit uphill, has to be said. Downhill, I've actually no idea how fast it actually goes. I always run out of nerves eventually. Mango has 20-inch wheels all round, and what that means is if you carry a spare tyre or for spare tubes, you only need to carry one size, which is a big plus. So let's have a look underneath as well as we're here. And the thing with Velomobiles is you can just tip them up. As you can see, underneath's pretty clean, no major scratches or dings. Got a few little scratches around here on the underneath. And there's a couple at the nose there. That's about it really. So yeah, pretty pleased with this. Okay, so exterior of the Velomobile, as you can see, pretty clean. There are a couple of minor scratches and imperfections that I am going to show you. First of those is actually here. I'm not sure if you can make this out. This little line here, there it is. This was actually a crack in the gel coat where some drunken idiot sat on it. I've repaired it with gel coat repair, but there's a little line you can still see in it. Underneath, I've repaired this shell with a carbon fibre patch, 3 layers, vacuum formed on there so it's going nowhere. And about a week after I got it, and I actually made a separate video about this, I got hit by a stone chip just here, and I think you can possibly just about make that out. It's just there. And again, gel coat repair. It's good, it's not perfect, I guess is what I'm saying. Inside this wheel arch, you can see there's been a bit of rubbing there from one of the tyres on cornering. It's not deep, it's not going into the glass fibre underneath, so I'm reasonably happy with that. A little bit of a scuff down here. I have a feeling that was a bollard or something. And at the back here, I've actually stuck on these California roundels, anyway, stickers. And the reason is if ever I'm anywhere where I need to lock it up, I lock it up by the back wheel with a chain that goes through the back wheel under there and around something solid. The chain's just about long enough, but occasionally you get a bit of scratching here. So I thought, well, I can't really prevent that, so I put a sticker on as a bit of a sacrifice. And I've put one on the other side just to make it match. As you can see, I've added a mount at the top for one of these exposure lights. I'm keeping the exposure light. I might leave the GoPro mount on, so if you wanted to put something on there you could. I've got another GoPro mount on the front, and again I can take that off or leave it on as you want. So on the inside it's got the standard dashboard, so we've got power switches here. I've added a mount for a Garmin. Because it's the Mango Tour, it comes with USB ports. There's 2 of them, so I always run with the Garmin just plugged in. I've changed the switch out. This is the main power switch, and originally it just had one setting and there was one cable for one battery. I've added a second cable for the second battery, so we've got 2 positions, on for first battery and on for second battery as well. These 2 switches, there's 2 headlights on the front. That's the low beam, and that's another headlight that's angled upwards slightly, gives you high beam function. That's hazard lights, so all the indicators blinking at once. That's about all there is to say on that. The tiller handlebar, we've got usual functions, so indicators left and right. There's a horn and a bell for when you're being a bit friendly. As you can see, it's got footholds, so you can actually you've actually got reverse gear available to you. The interior itself, it's a triple chain set. I'm not sure what the size of the rings are. But it gives you plenty of range. I think I spin out at around 35-40 miles an hour, so that's not too bad. Underneath the bonnet we've got the foam cover, and oops, that just velcros in place there, which gives you some protection if it's raining. And you can also put, there's another foam piece goes over here, so you can seal it up if you're just popping into the shops. Also comes with a complete set of these Velomobile mats, which are really good. They dampen down a bit of the noise, but they also just stop stuff rolling around on the inside. Other things to show you inside, I've made a pair of elbow rests, one on each side. Those are made out of carbon. These were my Mark 1 elbow rests. They just didn't have enough Velcro space to hold them in place, so they're now the drinks bottle holder, which works quite nicely. This is a little mount I made to hold my phone. There's a big magnet in there, and I've put one of those little metal stickers on the back of the phone. Up here is where I keep my glasses. In the back we've got pretty big luggage space. That bag is my assorted tools that I just carry with me. I've got a spare tyre in there as well. If I go camping in this, I can fit all my camping gear. I don't bother doing things like putting sleeping bags in a compression bag, because just all fits in. There's loads of room in there. I think David Hembrow measured the amount of luggage capacity in here, and he said it was something like 125 litres, which is just vast. The seat is carbon fibre, and it just hinges up. What you can see underneath here, that's the chain that I keep in case I do have to lock it up. Idler wheel, and I'll show you underneath these covers. Basically the Mango, because it's got a 20-inch wheel at the back instead of a 26-inch wheel, it's actually got a mid-drive system. So what you got there is a 10-speed cassette, and there's a derailleur there that pushes the chain across, and that goes across onto a left-hand drive on the back, which then runs to the rear wheel. There's a shock absorber behind there as well. 2 batteries. I've actually got 3 batteries, so that's one of the stock batteries. That one there is a battery that I built. It's got a battery management circuit in it as well, and that's the one that's the reserve. So if you that's the one that's the reserve. So if you're riding along and suddenly you run out of the main battery, flick the switch and that one comes on. The reason I don't keep the second battery in there, the big second battery, the factory second battery, is because I kept getting muddled as to which one I'd charged and which one needed charging. So this way I know that that reserve battery is pretty much always there. It's literally just a get me home or get me till I stop and change the batteries over. Last thing you want is to be riding along and suddenly find it's pitch black. Just to give you an indication of the luggage capacity, I actually keep a sleeping bag in here. What that's for is if I ever get a puncture on the back wheel and need to turn the Velomobile over to get in there and repair the puncture or take the inner tube out, I can lay that on the ground, and it means it won't get scuffed. So there we go, that's my Mango for sale. The question you're probably asking, well, there's probably several questions. The one is, why am I selling it? Because I really like this bike, it's awesome. The answer is, I'm getting an awesomer one. I've agreed the purchase of an Alpha 7, which is a slightly more modern Velomobile, quite a bit faster. So I don't have the space for 2 Velomobiles, so one in, one out. This one has to go, unfortunately. Second question people generally ask is, how fast is it? The answer to that is it's faster than any bike I've ever ridden. It's certainly faster than my carbon road bike was, and I can do things like 100 miles faster than I can on a carbon road bike while carrying a weekend's worth of camping gear. It's an absolutely brilliant machine for going out scalping roadies on. I guess the final question you're asking is, brass tacks, how much? The answer to that is, this could be yours for £4,400.